Okay, I'm on like on star. Born in the Lone Star. Forever reppin' Texas till the day I'm in that long car. You niggas out here hating.
And so I jumped at the bit and got it. It didn't come with any box or tools, O-rings, manuals, barrel. It didn't come with anything, just the gun. But for $200, I was like, hey, I'll put it on a barrel and order a set of O-rings and I'll probably be fine. And I was right. Pop Long makes a great gun. This wrapper is pretty sweet. It's got really nice and pretty heavily milled. I couldn't really tell that from the pictures, but once I got it in my hands, I was like, wow, this thing's got a lot of milling done to it. The weight of it, it's not too bad. It's just maybe 2.5 pounds, maybe a little bit less. It's not too bad. It feels really good in your hands, nice and balanced. Obviously, this thing's going to be a breeze to clean up. Just take a rag and just wipe it down, and you know, you're ready to go again. The feed neck is great on this gun. It's really short, really compact. It's not a toolless design. You do need an Allen key to adjust it, but my loader never wiggles, it never falls off, it holds it solid. So the feed neck is definitely a plus on this gun. I do like the trigger. A lot of people that I read reviews on this gun, they said that the trigger was, you know, too stiff and it ran away on them, and you know, I've never had that issue with it. You know, it feels really good to me. It is a little bit stiffer than most of my guns. Kind of reminds me of the Smart Part Epiphany trigger, which to me is not a bad trigger. So I do like the trigger on it. There's no reason for me to replace it. It's got a pretty nice regulator on it. Everybody likes Bob Long hard goods like the regulators. You know, you make your adjustments through the bottom here. I do wish that the macro line fitting was on the bottom of the rig instead of right here in front of my trigger guard. I tend to like to get my thumb in there, but with this one, it's not going to be possible. But that's just a small quirk. The board on the gun is definitely a tournament level board. It's got your ball and play settings, your rate of fire, your adjustable dwell. Obviously, it's got all your ramping modes, PSP. It's got the PSP 3 shot. You know, it's, you know what I'm saying? You get it up ramping, and then you step off. 3 round, 3 round, 3 round. So I love that feature on it. The on-off button's a little bit hard to press, but you know, once you get it on, you'll be fine. The light is, to me, it's easy to see through the side of the grip, and there's another light on the back side of the grip, which is cool. Let's see if I can turn that on for you. It's right there, green, and then put my finger in, boom. You see the grip right there on the back, boom. My Marq wrapper came with the Proficiency engine in it. It does have the quick disconnect bolt and the pillow bolt. I think you roughly get around 1,100 shots out of this thing on a full fill, which isn't too terrible. I mean, especially when you have all day air, so that's usually not an issue with me. Maintenance on it is a little tricky. I did, you know, just trying to figure out how the gun operates. I took it apart a few times, and I ended up nicking one of my O-rings, putting my engine back into the gun. So I ended up having to put that down. Purchase an O-ring kit from oringmonkey.com. $8, you get 3 full rebuilds of the whole gun. I mean, which is a steal. Ordered some more Dow 55. This was $5. I mean, this jar will last me longer than the gun probably. You definitely want to get those. If you're doing maintenance on your Marq, you definitely want to get yourself one of these O-ring picks so you don't tear anything up. I mean, these things will save you. Picked up a pack of like 10 of these for $10, so $1 a pick ain't bad. Obviously, you're going to need an Allen key set, and I mean, that's all you really need. As far as telling your pressure, the Marq wrapper has no gauges, so you're not going to know what your high pressure regulator's at. You're not going to know what your LPR is set at. So you'd have to buy the pressure tester from Bob Long, which is between 40 and 50 bucks. I didn't really see the need to buy that because the gun was shooting 300 feet per second. You know, I've got my own chrono here at the house, so I can test it. It is shooting 300, so enough said there. That's all I need. It ain't breaking paint, put it that way. If you are breaking paint, I would imagine your Marq's probably going to be a nightmare because there is no quick disconnect bolt on this thing. It's not like an Eco. You can't just pop your bolt out and run your swab through it, and that'll solve your problems. You got to take your whole engine out. Hopefully you don't tear up an O-ring pulling it out, or a piece of the shell gets in there and nicks an O-ring. So you definitely want to be using like a higher quality paint. Something maybe around 40 bucks will probably do you just fine. This does not have a on-off ASA. It's just a direct mount. It's pretty small, compact. It's nice high flow. I haven't had any issues. My bottle comes on and off, no problems. Just a little bit of tri-flow on there, and you're good to go. Other than that, the gun feels really good and balanced in your hand. It's not very heavy. It feels really good. It does have this little snatch grip on the back. Other than that, I think it's a really good gun that you can get used between the 2 and maybe, depending on what it comes with, 350. I think 350 is all that I would ever spend on a Marq, unless it was like had some crazy ANO job on it. Other than that, you guys should definitely think about checking out one of these Marqs. They're phenomenal guns, good boards. You know, they come with the PSP 3-shot and all that. They look good, they perform good. Yeah, Bob Long made a really good marker here, so if you ever have a chance to go out and shoot one, definitely try it out. I know there's a lot of guns out there that people like to shoot. This is definitely one that you might want to take a look at if you're in for a single tube marker. Other than that, you guys take it easy. I'll put up some shooting videos in the next week or two.